Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, your resident dominatrix, and your kinky friend, Sydney Max Lee. Now, before we begin, I'd like to give you guys some updates about my life because I can and because this is my channel. Recently, I went to Las Vegas for the AVN Expo, or the Adult Video Network Expo. And let me just say that was probably the most amazing expo I've been to. And I've probably been to like 5 or 6 or 7 of them. And every year is a different experience, but this year has been wonderfully amazing. I mean, the fans are very, very nice this year. No one was trying to grab me from left to right. I believe that more people attended this year, so I just wanted to say that I had a really amazing time. If you guys are going to the Adult Expo next year, come and find me. Today, I'd like to discuss another fetish or another kink called ball busting. I know some of you already know what ball busting is because it's a very, very popular fetish. And for those who have never heard of such a word, it's exactly what it sounds like: busting balls. Now, before we move on, I'd like to put out a disclaimer out there that this video is intended for educational purposes only and nothing else, okay? Okay, now let's get started. Ball busting is having a man's testicles or balls kicked, slapped, squeezed, kneed, flicked, or basically anything that would cause pain to a man's nuts, because that would give him pleasure. What most of you don't know about ball busting is that it's actually a form of CBT, or what it's called cock and ball torture, which is a sexual activity which involves the application of pain to the man's genitals. But honestly, I think that ball busting is so popular that it actually outshines its parent kink, which is CBT. We'll talk about CBT in another video. So the next question is, why would anyone, or why on earth would anyone want their balls or the nuts kicked? Like, who's crazy enough to do that? You know what? There's a lot of men out there who loves ball busting. I can guarantee you right now that if you go to a Target on a busy day, I can bet you 1 or 2 guys are in there shopping who actually has a kink for ball busting. So have I done ball busting? Well, yes, I have. And from my experience, men do ball busting for a couple of different reasons. Some do it because they simply like the feeling of their testicles being hit. Some do it because they're masochists. I mean, they don't want anyone to just kick them in the nuts. But if it's a beautiful woman whom they admire and they adore, and who can tie them up and kick them in the nuts, well, that is very, very hot for them. And then there's some who do it because they know that a woman like me truly enjoys ball busting, and then becomes a very satisfying experience for both parties. And then there's some who actually do ball busting because they also have a leg fetishism. Having a woman bust their balls in different styles of shoe wear is their form of ball busting enjoyment. So, as you can see, there's many different reasons why ball busting is so damn popular. You know, I always see those movies where a woman gets kidnapped, a la damsel in distress type, and then she finds the opportunity to kick the man in the nuts or in the balls, and then, you know, she escapes and then she runs away. I've always wondered how many guys have actually jerked off to videos like that. Probably way too many. Interestingly enough, I've probably read this in some science book back in high school, but when mammals are exposed to trauma or pain, the body releases endorphins to, reduce that pain, which then causes a sexual arousal. Now, however popular ball busting could be, you still need to take precautions before you engage in ball busting. Because as we all know, if you get kicked in the nuts, that could cause some very serious and permanent damages to your testicles. I have heard of some horror stories, and one of which a fetish actor got his nuts kicked and then it started swelling. By the third day, the right nut was probably twice the size of the left nut, so that's when he finally decided to go to the ER. Ugh. Now, as for women, keep in mind of your foot. You know, some guys are really into hardcore ball busting, and then sometimes they will push you or top you from the bottom so you can keep kicking them. Now, that could cause some serious foot pain. And then I've heard of some friends who literally sprained their ankle because they kicked too hard. So always be careful when you do ball busting. Make sure that before you do it, it's you've already talked to your partner, you've already talked to your sub, and it's safe, sane, and consensual, and that you have a safe word. And that's it. That's all I can talk about ball busting. If you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, just put it down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because subscribing to my channel would be amazing. And don't forget to like this video. If there's a specific topic that you want me to talk about, again, you know, just put it to the comment section below. I'll be back for more videos next week, and remember, always stay kinky. I'll see you next time. Bye.